$24 million stolen. A billion-dollar brand blindsided. Millions of customers played the game, but only a few ever had a chance to win. The con wasn't digital, it wasn't high-tech. It was paper, envelopes, and a man they called Uncle Jerry, an ex-cop turned corporate crook who hijacked one of the most successful fast food promotions in history. This is the story of how a simple game of chance became one of America's greatest frauds, and how the FBI played along to bring it down. Before the fries, before the fraud, there was Lizzie Maggie. In 1904, she patented the landlord's game, a lesson in economic injustice where wealth hoarded by the few crushed the many. By 1935, Parker Brothers had bought it out, erased its message, and renamed it Monopoly. What began as a warning had become a celebration of capitalism. Fast forward to 1987. McDonald's, America's fast food king, was in a war for consumer loyalty. Their weapon? Nostalgia, luck, and the Monopoly brand. With promises of cars, cash, and cruises, the McDonald's Monopoly promotion swept the nation. By 1989, the game was such a hit, they outsourced it to Simon Marketing, and that's when Jerome Jacobson, Uncle Jerry, entered the picture. Jerome Jacobson was no master hacker. He was a former cop turned head of security at Simon Marketing, tasked with protecting the rare game pieces. But temptation had other plans. Between 1989 and 2001, Uncle Jerry used his insider access to intercept high-value tickets, Boardwalk, Park Place, million-dollar instant wins, and sold them to a secret ring of buyers, friends, and even family members. The game was rigged, and almost no one knew. It started with an anonymous tip. The FBI's Jacksonville office was told, "Uncle Jerry is rigging the game." Investigators noticed a pattern. Winners were unusually concentrated in specific regions, places linked to Jerry's network. So the FBI did something bold. They staged a fake McDonald's commercial, baiting suspects to show up and collect fraudulent prizes. On camera, McDonald's agreed, despite knowing the game was already compromised. In August 2001, FBI agents made their move. Multiple raids, dozens arrested. Jacobson and his network of fake winners were indicted. But justice came with a twist. On September 10, 2001, the trial began. By the next morning, America's attention was pulled elsewhere as planes hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon. A scandal of national scale was buried beneath national tragedy. In 2002, Jerome Jacobson was sentenced to just 3 years in prison. Ordered to repay $12.5 million, he now pays it off, $370 a month. Simon Marketing collapsed. Employees, blameless, lost their jobs. Burger King sued for false advertising, and the American public left wondering, was the game ever real to begin with? Monopoly began as a protest against inequality. McDonald's turned it into a cash cow, and Uncle Jerry turned it into a racket. But perhaps the real story isn't just about the millions stolen, it's about how easily we trust the systems built to entertain us, and how fragile that trust becomes when the game is rigged. We all thought we had a chance, but in the end, the house always wins, unless the crook's already inside.